Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Green Lamb, and today I got tagged to do the book cake tag. I got tagged by the Bold and the Bookiful, and I really loved how she did the tag, and I really loved some of her answers, and some of the books that she picked actually looked really interesting. And I was actually wanting to do this tag a while back, but I forgot about it, so I was really happy I got tagged. And I'll put her channel down below, so you should definitely go check out her version of the tag and her channel in general. Also, this tag was created by Suddenly Lorna, so I'll definitely put her channel link down in the down bar so you can check out her channel. And yeah, I'm going to get into the questions right now. So the first question I'm reading just off my computer. Flower, a book that was slow to start but picked up as it moved along. So for number one, Flower, I pick Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. Now, don't hate me for this, but I love Anne and the French Kiss. Such a great book. But this one I think it was a little slow because I had such high expectations for this book. And since Anne and the French Kiss I thought was so good that this book I didn't know how it would live up. I've read this once. I have not reread this yet, but I'm probably going to reread it soon because Isla comes out soon. But I didn't love this as much in the beginning, but it picked up definitely near the end, and I really like it now. Just for me at a slow beginning, I think, because of my high expectations. 2, Margarine, a book with a rich and great plot. So for Margarine, I picked The Castaways by Elin Hilderbrand, and I love her books. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you might have heard me talk about her books. And this is the first one I read from her, and I really like this. I love contemporaries. They're more my favorite because action scenes I find sometimes hard to follow along in my head. My comprehension's not up to par with those scenes and stuff like that. But I really like this because not only is it contemporary, but it goes back in the past and you have flashbacks and some mystery. It's not like, the mystery is not the focal point of the plot. It's half the plot and then the other half's going back in time and seeing kind of what went wrong. And basically this book is about two people. They were married, Greg and Tess. Sorry for the phone ringing in the background. Greg and Tess, and basically they one day drowned at sea and they have to figure out what happened, who done it, and it's just really good. 3, Eggs, a book that you thought was going to be bad but ended up being good. So Eggs, this is a book I thought that was going to be bad but turned to be good, and I picked Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. This is the 5th book because I don't have the first book, but I really enjoyed this book. I was really surprised how much I enjoyed it because I did see the movie, but before the movie I honestly thought it was going to be the cheesiest. I have to say this, I thought it was actually going to be really dumb and I was going to hate it and I was going to think it was cheesy and Twilight-esque and just drive me insane, but it was not, and I'm really happy that, well, I did judge it really harshly. Because, you know, like with the name Vampire Academy and the covers, they did not help my decision in judging it. But I'm really glad that I saw the movie and my best friend pushed me to read it because I actually did enjoy loving it. And it was a shame I put it off for so many years and kind of had these harsh predictions about what I thought it was going to be like. Sugar, a very sweet book. Number 4, Sugar, a book that was very sweet. And I picked Dying to Know You by Aidan Chambers. One of the reasons I love this book is I think it's really sweet. The boy, Carl, he starts off kind of troubled and he really finds his way throughout the novel. And I think it's very sweet, the relationship between him and the author. And I just really liked it. There's some grim parts to it, but I found that certain parts are really sweet and they're like sugary sweet moments. And I just really enjoyed it. 5, Icing, a book that covered every single element you love in a book. Next is Icing, and I'd say Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell covered every single element I love in a book. This book was super good. There's a lot of books I actually really enjoy, but this one had a really good formula that I really did enjoy. It is a contemporary book, which I really love contemporaries, but I also love that it's relatable. That's one of the things I love about reading contemporaries. Some of the contemporaries I find aren't very relatable, but I found this one to be very relatable, especially where I am in my position in life. The main character was starting university for the first time, and I read this during my first year of university, so I found it quite relatable in that sense, and I just really enjoy a relatable book. That's what I really look for in books, and also had a really good plot. It kept me interested, and the writing was really good. So it was everything I could hope for in a book. 6, Sprinkles, a series you turn to when you need a pick-me-up. 6, Sprinkles, a book you turn to when you need a pick-me-up. And I picked Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging by Louise Renaissance. This whole series is just a really funny series. I've not read this in a while because typically with books I don't really usually pick up a pick-me book unless I'm really upset. But I'd say this would be a good pick-me-up book because it's funny and there's lots of books in the series so you have a lot of time. And they're not hard reads. Like, this is a sample the page. Like, they're very quick, fast reads that could make you laugh out loud, and I just really liked it. And yeah. And 7, cherry on top, your favorite book you've read so far this year. 7, so this is the cherry on top. My favorite book I've read this year so far has been Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and I just read this. And the reason that this is my favorite is I haven't been in a reading slump, but I find that I've been heavily reading. I've always had a book in my hand since grade 1, and I really haven't gone at least a week without reading since that time. So sometimes I have months where I'm kind of not muddling through books. I'm loving the book still, but I kind of get in the groove of things where it's just it doesn't wow me as much. But this book really pulled me out of that and got me reading heavily and more often, because this book I was glued to the chair, could not get up. It was so good, intense mystery. I just really liked it, and it really got me back into reading and finding really good. I've been reading good books, but it got me really back into reading and finding mysteries and stuff. And I guess that's why it kind of pulled me out of my little drought, I'd say, and got me back into reading like I used to, I guess. And yeah, that has been the book cake tag. This is a really fun tag to do. For watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.